Hello everybody, we're back with another video. I'm here with
Jack Faro.
and today we're going to be talking our reactions on the day one on Wimbledon. What do you think, Jack?
Well, it was an interesting day. There was interruptions from rain, which made it difficult for the players to get all their matches completed and done. There was issues for big players like Fritz trying to get their matches completed. But the ones that did get completed, we saw some very, very interesting results.
Would you say interesting? I wasn't surprised by any of them. Not even really.
Let's look as we get down. We can get to what I think was surprising, or what maybe should have been surprising but wasn't.
Okay. So firstly, with Jannik Sinner and One Wimbledon, the result is not that surprising, but I did think he would. No, I did think he'd put up more of a fight though. I saw him play in Miami last year, and he was an absolute beast with his brother.
Yeah,
and they were both.
He's a weapon.
They are mostly on clay. Like he has his titles. He has a title on clay. I think it was Buenos Aires. I'm not 100% sure, but he's definitely a weapon when he plays, and when he's at his best, he's very hard to beat. Not specifically on grass. I imagined he could adapt due to his brother being able to adapt so easily. And by the way, his brother's a phenomenal player. Francisco Cerundolo pushing Holger Rune up to 5 sets in the French Open. He's played spectacular this year. I had too high expectations for Juan Cerundolo, but was not surprised by the results. What do you think?
No, not whatsoever. I mean, it was a pretty textbook from Jannik Sinner. He should have won that match, and he did in a commanding fashion. So I don't think there's anything too much to write home about from that match from either side, to be fair.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see a better match there because I was watching it, and it wasn't even Jannik Sinner playing great. Like he did like a Pete Sampras like smash.
Yeah.
Like he played decent tennis, but it wasn't such good tennis that it was a 6-2, 6-2, 6-2 result.
It was a lack of tremendous tennis from Jannik, and it was a lack of good tennis from Juan Martín, which is
it was average by Jannik. Like he did not show himself in that match. He came up, and I tell if you would play a guy like Gasquet, and I know like Gasquet isn't exactly a outstanding player, but he probably would have, I would say, at least gone to one tiebreak because the level he sustained throughout these 3 sets, the second one especially, he was letting himself go a bit too much, you know? Yeah, I mean, Juan Cerundolo wasted too many chances. Okay, now let's move on to the next one because I kind of think with the Jannik Sinner one, we kind of expected that one, and there's a few matches we have to go through. With the Nishioka Galan, what do you think?
I would have expected Nishioka to do significantly better than he did. At least not get 3-setted. Galan's a great player, but I mean Nishioka's proven his mettle a fair few many times to show that he's a good match for almost anyone. So I think the fact that he
not on grass.
I mean, any tennis player should be able to put up a battle somewhat on any surface and not get wiped out like that.
Okay, well, as you can tell, like I'm not going to skip the results, but we all know how Casper Ruud did. There's something like right now in the mind that plays a big role with players when they're switching surfaces, and which stops them from like Patrick Mourtoglou. Like I was hearing him talk about Daniel Medvedev and how when he went.
Oh, absolutely. Medvedev's a massive mental problem.
Yeah, it was mainly the idea of him not thinking he could win and him putting the expectations down. And it's with any player, Kyrgios, Bublik, any players who lower themselves to say, oh, I'm not trying. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to do well because I don't want to do well. They end up not doing well because they put themselves down in that specific situation. Why is Bublik finally doing well? Because he's finally found a way to say, you know what? Stop the excuses. Let's get to work. Same with Kyrgios. Actually, not the same with Kyrgios. Last year's Kyrgios, we did see a motivated version of him. But when he takes the mental out, he's a beast. And when Nishioka, it showed today, hardcore, any day of the week he'd beat Galan. But his own head got in the situation. It's happened to me many times during matches, saying it's the racket, the wind, or something. But the truth is, it's just yourself. You can't blame anything.
It really is, yeah.
So there's not much to take out of that match for poor old Nishioka there, especially being seeded and having a good season this year. But let's switch to a really good result from Sam the Man. What a player.
Stan. Oh, tremendous. Tremendous.
Great
result
way
for
he's
him.
playing right now. He is playing. That is what I'm talking about. The mental right there. He showed himself against Ruusuvuori, battled it out, and won the match. No excuses. No, I'm a clay court tennis player. No, I won the US. No, I'm going to win this, and that's how it's going to be. Nobody's stopping me.
Absolutely. Yep. Great result. There's not much to break down about that. It was good, calm tennis from Stan, and he put the match away because he knew he needed to.
And Emil Ruusuvuori's class, big few good players like Jannik Sinner in the past, so it's a good result. Now, if we go to Diego Schwartzman, I'm not saying this is mental again because I don't want to blame Nishioka for his loss, but for goodness sake, Diego Schwartzman's had the worst season of all season, and he's 6-0 Mimar Kurmanovic on grass. He's a clay court player.
He is a clay court player. It's a little bit of a disappointing result for Kecmanovic, especially to go out that quick. I mean, Schwartzman's a formidable opponent. We've shown this. We know this. But it should not have gotten beaten that badly.
Never. And to be fair, the next matches we're going to go up to now are Vukic, Alexander Bublik, Mackenzie McDonald, Michael Yammer, Alex Mulcan, Daniel Kofer, Oscar Otte. So these 4 matches to me are, and I'm saying them together because I don't see them as fairly relevant matches.
I mean, Bublik's match against McDonald shows that he was able to at least have the mental strength to come back. Mackenzie McDonald has shown his mettle on grass. He took out Fritz.
Yeah.
So it was good for him to show that he can, power through. And that 6-4, 6-4, 6-4, good consistency. Nothing 100%. Too crazy. He was calm. He paced himself well. The other matches are just...
He played controlled tennis, which is something that I think he's getting confidence and he's going to get into form.
Absolutely.
And him losing that first set against Mackenzie McDonald was worrying. And the other 3 sets at the end, I think were fairly too close to say it was one-sided. So I was glad he maintained the mental strength. Daniel Altamar versus Vukic. I feel like, then again, Daniel Altamar, we've seen him in the big stages all around, especially in the French Open. He's shown his level, but I don't think that he was there on the day. I don't think he played well. Nothing too much to take out of it. Ade, he's a beast.
It's a good result for him. It's a great result for him. The Germans have had Jan-Lennard Struff come up as of recent. I saw him play in Indian Wells. He was fun to watch, but
serve.
Oh, he's got big serve.
I saw. Did you see the one versus Rublev?
Yeah.
I was at that one too. That was a legendary one. I love that. And the serve he had, the forehand, bit inconsistent that day, by the way. I'm not gonna lie, but Jesus, no one in. That was scary.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That gave me shivers. Now, to be fair, Oscar Ade, moving it back to him, has a huge serve. So I wasn't surprised he beat Kofer. Kofer, like all Germans, has a big forehand. But Oscar Ade, serve, volley, bit of play, but really was not too complicated. Maintained his head there, and I was very happy to see that. Yeah. But I don't think he's going to get too far in this tournament just because he had a easy first rounder, but his game is not all around. He's not like an all-around player, right? He's a serve ball. Michael Yelmer, Alex Mulcan. Okay, incredible result for Michael Yelmer. Great. Yeah, like I'm not sure what you think about this match, but I think Alex Mulcan has... I've seen him play against Felix Auger-Aliassime, Casper Ruud. He beat Casper Ruud. It's like this guy can play to phenomenal levels.
Absolutely. He can raise his level to the level of the best, but I don't think he was able to do it on that match.
He's kind of the guy who can beat everybody and can lose against everybody, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's keep going, everybody. We have a lot of matches to get through. And we also have to talk about Wimbledon's badly organized schedule for rain. Okay, let's go. So, wow, this was a big surprise, right?
Oh, what a shock.
Are we going to talk about first the Dusan Lajovic shock or the Casper Ruud shock? That's the question.
Well, I mean, Dusan Lajovic should have had that match, but it slipped away from his clutches for whatever reason. He just, maybe I didn't watch it, I don't know, but he just had a drop in level.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm also watched none of that match. So I can't give you a really too big description, but he had chances to take the second set, and after that, I'm not sure if the other guy raised his level, but it looks like when it's that close in the first 2 sets, you don't lose 6-2, 6-2, 6-2. So as we're seeing in the other matches, mental problems. But let's go with the crass court legend, the man who's going to win Wimbledon, Casper Ruud.
Yes.
So his Wimbledon, and this guy's worth a mention, the win of the day. I'm telling you, because his Wimbledon preparations, he's worked harder than no other. He's played golf.
He's gone to clubs.
Yeah, went to Coldplay concert, did some shooting in the range. Like, I'm not sure who's working harder than him. First round win.
Commanding, too, except for that second set.
Only person to say this, only person from the French Open and Wimbledon to secure all their points from both events.
This is true.
And he maintained his head very well, which I think he's starting to do better because he hasn't done that against, well, I'm not saying Loki. Coley is a bigger player, but definitely his head has been his main adversary for a long time.
Yeah, he dealt with the pressure of being on court one very well. That's for sure.
But against the big players, against the smaller players, you'd usually deal with them. But he was going against a big player, but not the player he was playing against, the grass. And he fought it perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so now let's go to the mullet, JJ Wolf.
JJ Wolf, my God, love me some JJ Wolf. He had a clean match. He put it away quick and easy. There's not too much to deduce from that. It was a pretty standard match for him, so that's a good result. I think he can move into the next round with some solid confidence.
Nah, no confidence at all.
No confidence.
Straight set win, amazing serve, great forehand, good mullet. How could you not have confidence in that? I love the guy. Okay. John Isner losing on grass. Now, this guy, I said the best Wimbledon matches of all time, the longest match of all time against Nicolas Mahut. Okay. Yes. So how the hell does he lose to Jaime Munar?
Well, I think it's as simple as this is probably his last Wimbledon. He's old. He's got knee problems. The serve isn't what it was.
It is what it was. He still did a good amount of aces, but
we'll go look. Go check. How many aces did he have in the match?
I think he did 15 last I checked, but I will click on it again.
Let's go have a look. How many aces did he have?
17.
17.
That's impressive. Look how much Munar did. Now, we're not comparing different standards. I understand. Like, he has the most aces of all time. You definitely expect him to win. I expect him to win that match.
I agree.
Just mainly because Munar is a very clay court player. Like a lot of them, he loves the baseline rallies. Isn't used to that quick tennis. Isner does not like. I mean, he's a versatile player in all surfaces. Playing, I think he beat Federer in the Miami Open final, right?
One time,
like
yeah.
He is incredible on all surfaces, but on grass, he should be kicking this guy's. I mean, he hasn't had great form, so this is a bit of an exaggeration, but he should be kicking this guy's.
Yeah,
there's no excuse for it. Now, of course, timeout has had its due, but I expect this guy to make a comeback sooner than later because he's a great player and he's like a Rafa Roger in the sense of legacy that you don't lose it.
Oh, he's very old. I think his career is basically curtains here. Just unlike the man below him, David Goffin had a great match against Fabian Marozsan.
Yeah, I don't like Fabian Marozsan anymore.
Neither do I. Not whatsoever. So I'm glad that Goffin took that
he beat one of my favorite players, Carlos Alcaraz. Stupid little drop shots went too well that day. He did such beautiful drop shots, and now he's going to Wimbledon and losing, getting bageled
to David Goffin.
And David Goffin's quality. He's just not quality in 2023.
No.
Okay, I gave Isner credit. Goffin probably deserves more credit for what he's doing, but. Come on, Fabian Marozsan. You showed us a one-match talent, and then we saw nothing out of you. Okay, you took Kyrgios' spot here. Okay, so Liam Brody.
Mr. Brody, my God, my Brody.
One sec. Nick Kyrgios pulled out of the tournament. That's like idiot. What do you think about that?
Well, he has a wrist injury, so he wants to reserve his wrist.
Do you think he's lying?
I don't know. Why would he be lying? Why would there be any reason for him to lie?
Well, we've known he's had pressure all his career, and now he's has to defend points for Wimbledon final. Seems easier just to say, you know what, boys. And I'm just saying, if this was another player like Casper Ruud, I wouldn't doubt him. But Kyrgios pulled out on the last day, so
I
you
mean,
have time.
You saw his form when he played
Woo, yeah.
when he played Woo. And then he pulled out of the tournament. He was supposed to play another tournament after that, which he withdrew from for what was, I think, at that point, an unknown reason. And then he withdrew from Wimbledon. So I don't think it's that much of a shock.
Yeah. By the way, Kyrgios is one of my favorite players, so I'm not going against him one bit. I just do think that if he fixes that mental side, which is pretty hard for any player to fix, he's a beast. And I feel like he could have played this tournament because he played a few weeks ago. And, you know, if you're just so unprepared that in a few weeks you get injured, right? And the day before the biggest tournament in your life, you announce it's a bit surprising, but I love the guy, so it doesn't matter. Agreed. Okay, Liam Brody, straight sets win.
Good one for him.
Legend. That guy he played against, Listine, he's so weird. He has slice forehand, slice backhand. Such a weird way of playing. Liam Brody handled it great. Kept himself composed in the match. Nope. I love it. Let's keep going. You know, we have too many matches to keep. Oh, no, I don't know. Close my eyes. I can't see that.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's scary. There's 4 matches I hate, all equally.
Well, let's start. Gasquet getting taken out is a bummer because we all love Richard.
Smoothest backhand on tour. You know, there's a guy who hacked his account who posted something about an egg and him retiring, and Richard still hasn't uploaded that, like taking that off Twitter. I love him. He's an oldie. He's great. 500 ATP Tour wins.
Well, what can you say? It's a bummer to see him go out, but you know, that's tennis after all. But we have a massive shock right here. Massive shock. Is it a massive shock? I'm not. To be honest, I'm not.
I think we're trying to take care of it too much.
Felix. The disappointing season for him continues. Michael Moe had a deep run at the U.S. It's about all he has to shout and scream about for his career.
Listen,
Michael Moe is the wins over the best in the world. You know, like
Felix Auger-Aliassime has a mental slump, and he's gonna have to fix his game, which he will do soon. One of the most talented players on tour. I've always come up to that conclusion. He has an all-around game, which I do not think. I think his all-around game is better than Alcaraz or Sinner. He just doesn't have the same level weapons as Alcaraz and Sinner. So if Alcaraz and Sinner are playing well, they beat him. But if they're playing bad, his all-around game beats them. But his mental game, he has to fix that because he won't be getting around too far in any tournaments if he's losing against a guy named Michael Moe. And I love Michael. Again, played Rafa, the Australian Open. He has the game. You can lose against him on a bad day. But Felix, come on. This was your moment. 2 tiebreak losses and a 6-4. It's tough. Okay, but the legend Novak Djokovic is right here. Showing his level against Pedro Cachin. Amazing.
Yep, that was a good match for him. I watched it in the morning. You and me were actually on the phone while that match was happening. That was a good match. It showed that Novak has not had a drop in level. He looks very calm and composed throughout. So I think.
And what you notice about Novak Djokovic is this: like when he's playing in tiebreaks, you get to that 6-all tiebreak, and me and you were saying, "God, the guy's lost it already. He won a tiebreak. Done. Yeah. He's I think 21 out of 24 tiebreaks he's played. Last tiebreaks he's played, he's won. Yeah, which is an incredible stat. So the other guy, unless he's mentally amazing, commits 0 and 4 errors in a tiebreak, and also plays aggressive, he's not beating Djokovic. Djokovic on grass is a different game. And that guy played great. The passing shots he hit were great. I love Pedro's Cachin ways of playing, even though he's a clay court player. He adapted really well, and he played really aggressive. But Djokovic, baseline game was just winner after winner. It was scary to see him. But let's move on from Djokovic, because considering we have a bit of a third ball on.
My guy, Hubert Hurkacz. I love Hubie. Hubie's one of my favorite players on tour. I in my notes for our first video had Hubert Hurkacz was a threat, and Liam completely disagreed with me here. And this match shows. This match shows that he.
This is a first round match, okay? You can bleep that up. This was a first round match. This doesn't show anything. This shows nothing. He played against Albert Ramos Vignolas, a guy who just lost in a challenger event a few weeks ago. And I love Albert. I took pictures with him in Indian Wells. Got to the final Monte Carlo a long time ago. But that's a clay court event. Herbert Hurkacz hasn't showed anything other than serve prowess. He's played more tiebreaks than matches over this season. That's a serve bot. Not a threat. Can he beat Djokovic? Maybe, but he would have to be serving amazing to do that. And I still see him capable to losing to the worst players and beating the best. So is he a threat? Let's see round 2.
Let's keep going. Who else we got? What are the last couple of matches?
Oh, last couple. There's more than the last couple. Okay, maybe there isn't more than the last couple.
There's not that many more.
Okay, so Andrei Rublev. My guy. Now, I love this player. You know why? Because he's gone over those mental struggles. The Masters 1000 finals he's never won. Everything he has never won, he is showing it this season. Winning Monte Carlo against Holger Rune, a breakdown. Now, I don't mean to go crazy, but this guy is going to be so good, and everyone's always underestimated him. Nobody expected him to win a Masters. Nobody expected him to beat Djokovic in the Serbia Open. Nobody expected him to beat Tsitsipas in Rotterdam when he was first starting off. He has defied all odds.
Yeah,
he's done it by working hard. So,
absolutely.
Played a quality player. After this match, Wimbledon posted a post saying, "Congratulations to the first winner of the tournament, Andrei Rublev." And then Max Purcell said, "Oh, that's great. So I'm the first loser."
There you go, right?
That was okay. And Martin versus Borna. What do you think about that?
I don't even know. That's a tennis match right there. I have no clue what even happened or transpired there, so I can't even comment.
I can a tiny bit. Borna is being a great player. Used to be a lot better than he is now, and he completely there's. I don't like using the word choked, but he did something very similar to our buddy at the very top. I don't know if you remember him, who was, Laszlo Djere. Remember? He was doing well. He was holding his nerve, and then out of nowhere, wins the first set 7-5, wins the second set 7-10, and then the 6-3, 6-4 come just losing his mind. You know, same here. Yeah. But I think the most important match is Djokovic's next here.
I think the only real importance of these next 4 being Van Asch, Karatsev, Baez is that Musetti showed that he's calm in that match against Varillas, who is proven metal on grass. He showed that he was good. And Thompson played a phenomenal match to beat Nakashima.
I think Thompson can take a set off Djokovic.
Absolutely could. Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's done it to Nadal in the past. I think this is his favorite surface. I think his mental game is good. He's shaved off his stash, which is very disappointing, but he can definitely give a good match. Djokovic. Lucas Van Asch losing to Karatsev. Another Karatsev getting back into form. Not surprised. This should be good for Karatsev.
Absolutely.
Nothing to get out of that. I think Lucas Van Asch has a great future, almost beating Djokovic, also in the Serbia Open. Let's put Rublev at the end. And Sebastian Baez losing against Barrios Vera. Not unexpected. He's a clay court player. Didn't have the mental strength, honestly. I think he could probably beat him. And Lorenzo, well, actually, I don't know enough about Mario Barrios Vera to make that conclusion. I don't know how well he plays on grass, so maybe he was just too good for his.
This is true.
But I honestly think Baez is a tremendous game overall, and he didn't show it from what I've seen in the highlights. So I'm more than the highlights. I didn't watch the full highlights for this match, or most of them, but he just didn't show himself that much. But Lorenzo Musetti versus Juan Pablo Varillas, great mental strength. And dominant. He was up a break in the last set, lost it, and then won 7-5 in the end. I love this guy.
Absolutely. Yep. I love Lorenzo. He's a great player. He was staying at my hotel in Indian Wells, and I saw him having a coffee one morning.
Okay. Who do you think would win between Lorenzo Musetti or who do you think has a bigger likelihood of being Djokovic? Lorenzo Musetti or Herbert Hurkacz?
Musetti.
You think?
Musetti has the dub over Nole already.
I know,
He's gotten
but
there, regardless of the
almost beat him in the
surface.
finals.
But did he win?
I thought you were like a whole Hurdy-Catch is a threat type of guy. Never mind.
I am, but Musetti. It's Lorenzo Musetti. He's a future top 10 player.
I think by future, I mean in the next 3 months, top 10 player, if you ask me. I think he's rising up and he's beating everybody. But
he could end up top 10 at the end of this event.
But I don't know if he has a bigger likelihood. Like I said, Hurdy-Catch can underperform against lower ranked players, but against higher ranked players, he can perform. Lorenzo Musetti went against the guy in Monte Carlo who loses always in Monte Carlo. So that's against like another struggle. Yeah, so can Lorenzo Musetti beat Djokovic? I think he can, but he's also losing against players on the daily, normally, who are awful, you know?
Yeah.
Who are awful. And then he'll randomly go and he'll play Holger Rune or Carlos Alcaraz and he'll show his level again, right? And now he's going back on a streak where he's showing his level again. But Herbert Hurdy-Catch, when he goes on a streak of playing well, like properly well, like we don't see as much this year, but last year we saw it. Scary, that man. Yeah, scary. So I think then again, can Herbert Hurdy-Catch lose? Yes. Can he beat? But does he have a higher likelihood of beating Djokovic? Musetti? 100%, just because this is his surface. He's got to the semifinals. He bagels Federer, who has the best overall talent, Musetti, but he just still hasn't nurtured it yet. Still will come in to see who wins the match between the two of them if they play. Let's see who gets farther. Okay, let's keep going down. Wow, look what's going on right now.
Well, we have a live match.
Yeah, look at that.
So
okay, well, there's a few that got suspended currently because of the rain.
Fairfield got suspended. I think out of these, the only ones that really need true commentary would be Coric losing that first set, dropping that first set is not a good sign for him.
He'll come back. You can just tell Coric will come back. I know. I'll bet you any money he'll come back and he'll win either in 5 sets or in 4 sets.
I would agree
because you just know it. Yannick Hanfmann versus Taylor Fritz is a banger. I'm not sure if you watched it. Yannick Hanfmann did behind the back shot.
I saw.
He is amazing. He could beat Fritz. I'm not sure if that was like I'm on my day type of game because it's got suspended. So maybe when he comes back, Fritz will win it. But still, that day he was playing amazing. Shapovalov. What do you want me to tell you, Shapo?
Dropping the first set. Come on, man. You gotta up the level there, man.
Yeah, but we're not even surprised anymore. Like, what? I'm not gonna. I like the guy, but mental case again. And I'm not blaming him on a mental case and everything, but he has, I would say, a better player than Taylor Fritz if you go by overall what he's achieved. But then you look at his finals, like how many finals he got to, how much he's actually won. One final. One.
It's all up in the head. It's all up in the head.
It's all in the head. And right now he's going through a tough season, but he took a set off Djokovic, Wimbledon. Actually, maybe I'd say Taylor Fritz would still be a slightly better player than Shapo overall, but a tiny one slightly. But still, Shapo definitely has the game to be Radu Albot when he's playing well. So I'm not sure if he'll come back because of the mental side of it, but I definitely hope he does.
We will see. We will absolutely see.
Okay, I don't think he will though. Okay, so for now, other than Benjamin Bonzi versus Hugh Maillot, I love Benjamin Bonzi. His French Open spectacle was great in his last French Open, so I look forward to seeing him play. I think he probably will take a set, but will lose it 4. The Monster. I can't say I'm not taking a set because all these players when they win dominantly the first 2, they always get a bit nervous. But overall, I think I think that this is a good showing for what's going on. What are your overall summaries of what happened?
Well, I think it's reinforced a lot of players' confidences for the second round going in. I think that this was a solid showing for some of them. From others, I think it's the continuation of a shaky season like Shapo and Felix. Tough run for the Canadians. But I think for players like Novak, it's a good start for them. So I think this is a Not too big of a shock of a first round here for the first day. Of course, we have the second round going on right now. This match is being played as we speak. But I think that as this tournament goes on, there's going to be a lot more interesting matches.
This is bloodshed. I think this first round is what makes champions. You make this past this first round, you'll zoom past the second and third if you're good. High ranked. But this is where the blood comes, and this is where the grit comes, and the lower motivated players come and fight. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. These little guys who've never won anything come in and show strength. And I saw Coco Gauff loose on the girls' side today against an inspired Sophia Kenin, who played absolutely amazing. And this is what we're going to see. Who has it and who does not have that killer instinct?
Yep, we will see. Okay.
Something we did not add was Carlos Alcaraz's win today. 6-0. 6-2, 7-5 over Jeremy Chardy. Absolute legend. Killing.
Weapon of a match.
His last match. By killing him, I love Jeremy Chardy. Won the Davis Cup with France. Absolutely amazing player. But with these round ones, and he's old, he's coaching Wimbledon at the moment. So we'll see what comes up to it. But you see champions a mile away when you're in a fifth set. And they choose. And instead of being the idiot who goes for the 20% shot, to keep going for it. And that's Djokovic right there. So I find it very interesting to see who will have that killer instinct, who will show they can challenge the best players. For me, today and right now has been mostly none other than Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic, as well as Randa Musetti and Herbert Hurkacz have been my main catches for today. Casper Ruud's been the bonus of my day. But it will be interesting to see who will advance in this Wimbledon 2023 lineup. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Great doing this, Jack.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Good to see you. Stay up.
Bye.